X-Line Recreation Center in the heart of Dallas, Texas, as we've got some Saturday basketball tournament action hosted by the Dallas Heat, Mason Brawley and company. 4 teams featured for you here today, and Dallas Heat is split into 2 squads this afternoon. Squad 1 will take on Baton Rouge, the Baton Rouge Rebels, in their gold jerseys with crimson numerals trimmed in white. Crimson down the front and back of the shorts, and crimson numerals across the front. Dallas Heat in their white uniforms with the Dallas Heat logo in the middle. Numbers along the left side there, just below the waist on the upper thigh, and the Dallas Heat insignia on front, and the fire around the bottoms of the shorts. Just about set to get things underway here this afternoon. It'll be Dallas Heat shooting the basket at our broadcast right, and the Rebels to the basket at our broadcast left, and we are underway, and the tip is controlled by Baton Rouge as they'll bring it into the front court again, moving right to left on our broadcast here. Into the right corner for a 3. And that's a left, a little bit short, but an offensive rebound. The putback is up and good for Johnny Thomas. Baton Rouge strikes first, 2-0 Rebels on top. Into the front court come the Dallas Heat. On the right side of the floor, Caldwell has it up top to Brawley. On that right wing, looking to dump it off inside. Now they're able to get it inside, and a nice job escaping that time and getting the easy deuce. Up and in, and Dallas Heat on the board for the first time this afternoon. 2-2 is our score, just underway. Rebels with the basketball. Dump it up top of the right side of the key. Now driving right to left through the lane and losing the basketball. Trying to find Johnny Thomas over on the right side of the floor, and he threw it away. Making his move that time, Deontay Delaney. Quickly into the front court come the Dallas Heat, all squared, 2 apiece. Right to left around the arc. And now he'll spot up as the defender sagged off just a little bit. Left it short, but a big offensive rebound and a stick back. It's 4-2 rather, Dallas Heat, but all 4 points coming at the hands of number 24 for the Heat. 4-2 is our score. Baton Rouge with the basketball. Johnny Thomas driving along that right side. Lost it. Brawley comes away with it. Heat with the steal, and into the front court they go. Granville driving right to left through the lane that time. Tried to pass it out to Mason Brawley along that left wing, and he's fouled making his move. Four to 2 is our score. It's Ron Granville. It's the basketball to the left of the jump circle. He'll move to his right, 1 dribble. And a cross-court pass, Cameron Barnes. He'll spot up and fire a 3. That's way off. Left it well short, but an offensive rebound ends up into the hands of the Dallas Heat. Adrian Caldwell drives right to left through the lane. Little Euro step. He'll finish with a right hand, the hoop and the arm. He got it to go on a foul. 6 straight scored by the Dallas Heat. As Adrian Caldwell steps to the foul line to try and complete the old-fashioned 3-point play and give his team a 5-point advantage here early. And Caldwell knocks down the foul shot. 7-2 is our score. Dallas Heat with the lead into the front court. The Baton Rouge Rebels. Escape dribble, gets around his man. Now flings it over on the left side of the floor now. Just inside the arc. And that jumper is pure. Derek Davilar, I hope I'm saying that correctly. And that'll stop the 7-0 run, and there's a turnover. As that ball goes into the backcourt, Mason Brawley will track it down. 7-4 our score as the Dallas Heat on top here by 3 over the Baton Rouge Rebels. But Baton Rouge making a substitution here early. Aaron Hall checks in for Johnny Thomas. Along the right side of the floor, Baton Rouge in possession here, trailing 7-4. Mark Matthews with the basketball. Just to the right of the jump circle, moves to his right after getting a screen. Steps back and fires with his toes on the line. It's a 2-point make, 4 straight, it's 7-6. Dallas Heat on top by a digit. Cameron Barnes, a little escape dribble, drives along that right baseline, fires it out in that left corner for a 3, and it's a little bit too strong, and the rebound, one and done that trip. Going the other way, Baton Rouge, a little right-handed floater across the lane by Mark Matthews. Couldn't get it to go, and we go the other direction. There's an offensive foul. Well, that's good defense. Davilar. He'll take the charge. Seven to 6. Dallas Heat on top. Baton Rouge into the front court. It's Matthews with the basketball. Along the right side, a little bounce pass over to the right side along that baseline, turning. Boy, a nice little move to escape his defender, but left the shot well short. Not sure if that was a pass or he thought about it in midair, but he'll track down the basketball and get the steal going the other direction. Doesn't have numbers, waiting for some help. Fires it over in the left corner. Davilar, back up time now to Matthews. Just in front of the jump circle now, moves to his right. As Granville comes out to defend. Matthews gets around him, drives, dumps it off inside, right to left through the lane. Lost the basketball, retains possession now to the Baton Rouge Rebels, but I believe we've got a defensive 3-second call. As somebody for the Dallas Heat was down there in no man's land a little bit too long, and I believe Teron Granville was the guilty party. Oh, good on the shot. And the score remains 7-6. Dallas Heat in front. Matthews with the basketball, picked up by Barnes. Now on the right side of the floor. Delaney back to Matthews. Matthews drives inside, goes all the way up and in. A little bit too strong there on the layup attempt. Comes down on the offside. And Teron Granville with the basketball brings it into the front court along the right side. Now a bounce pass to Cameron Barnes. Turns and fires over that right shoulder, and a good-looking shot there for Cameron Barnes. He's on the board now. It's 9-6. Dallas Heat in front by 3. Baton Rouge into the front court. Matthews has the basketball, picked up here by Caldwell. Drives around him, now leaves it at the left elbow and swings it over in the corner. Driving with one dribble to his right, going all the way to the cup. A little right-hand scoop. Harvey Stevens is on the board, and it's 9-8. Dallas Heat in front by a point. Caldwell into the front court for the Heat. Now on the right wing, a 3 is left a little short, but Mason Brawley, nobody put a body on him, and he's able to get the offensive rebound. It's a third offensive rebound here early for the Dallas Heat. Now Teron Granville with a shot that he's left. He leaves well short. And the rebound the other direction. Baton Rouge with the basketball. They'll dump it over. Interesting how that all worked out right there, but an easy bucket. Along the left baseline there for Deontay Delaney. So 4 straight here for, well, that'll stop the run there, and back in front goes the Dallas Heat. Eleven to 10 is our score. Baton Rouge in possession. That shot fired straight away. A little bit too strong there by the Rebels. And the rebound knocked out of bounds. It'll go to the Dallas Heat. Heat in front by a digit, 11 to 10. And in possession of the basketball. Into the front court goes Caldwell, drives all the way to the cup. And does so unimpeded with a right-hand lay-in. 13-10 is our score here as the Dallas Heat up by 3 now. Baton Rouge in possession. Straightaway 3. Back rim, no good, too strong. Granville with the rebound, drives, finds Cameron Barnes along the left side now. He'll reset. Double team comes over in that far corner. He'll jump to pass it and finds a cutting Caldwell. Adrian Caldwell, Johnny on the spot that time, saw that he had a teammate in trouble there and just cut to the basket. Barnes with a good job finding him. Over in the left corner now, William Elsie dumps it off, a turnaround along that left block. And Johnny Thomas having some trouble that time. Good defense by Dallas Heat. They got the basketball, and Cameron Barnes can't handle it. Little bounce pass from Granville along the right side of the floor towards that baseline, and Cameron Barnes just fumbled it out of bounds. Turnover here for the Heat, and we go back the other direction. Rebels in possession. Just inside the top of the key there. Little pump fake, throws it out on the right side now, and that shot left short there by Deontay Delaney. Going the other direction here, it's Randall. Darren Randall with the basketball for the Dallas Heat. And a 3 is made. We got a foul here on Caldwell. Deontay Delaney setting the screen there just across the timeline as stoppage in play here for some perspiration on the court. Back to action we go. Cameron Barnes with the steal, got no numbers. It's 1-on-4 the other direction, waits for some help. Hesitation, dribble, gets all the way inside. An unbelievable move and finish by Cameron Barnes as he snuck through everybody to get the easy one. Baton Rouge comes back here as they're in a bit of a drought on the right wing, and that one is buried. That is toe on the line, but Harvey Stevens knocks down the jumper. His second bucket of the afternoon. Mason Brawley into the front court here for the Dallas Heat. Has it stolen away from behind, and we got a free one. Back the other direction with a right-hand flush, Deontay Delaney. 4 straight points here scored by the Rebels. Caldwell drives all the way in and lays it up and in with a right hand. Adrian Caldwell with the bucket, and that'll end the first quarter of play here this afternoon. X-Line Recreation Center, Dallas, Texas. It's the Dallas Heat and the Baton Rouge Rebels. Stay tuned, second quarter just around the corner. 22-14 is our score. Dallas Heat on top by 8 after one quarter. They have the basketball. Teron Granville drives, throws up a right-handed floater right in the lane. No good. Left it a little bit short. Johnny Thomas with the rebound. And Baton Rouge goes the other direction. In possession here, trailing by 8. And with the basketball, William Elsie drives left of the lane. Got a screen to get his way around that arc along the left side. Went up and finished with the left hand. Nice move right there by Elsie. 6-point game here. Dallas Heat on top, 22-16. Brawley drives, kicks in the right corner. A three, and that one is good. Rattled home there by the big guy, Darren Randall. (25-16). There's a shot back the other direction for the Rebels. No good. Offensive rebound ends up in the hands of Johnny Thomas. A drive and a kick right back at you. Trying to answer with a three from the right wing. No good. And Johnny Thomas had an opportunity at the offensive rebound, out jumping. Adrian Caldwell right there, but Thomas knocked it out of bounds, and the ball goes back over to the Heat. Granville with the basketball into the front court. Along the right block, finds Caldwell. He'll drive, jump stop inside, but that is too many steps. And that's the correct call. He picked up his dribble with a step before doing the jump step. Or jump stop, rather. It looked like the right call. When he's watching back on YouTube, he may see what we're talking about. Of course, I could be wrong too, but I think it was the right call. Nonetheless, the Rebels in possession here. (25-16), Rebels trailing by 9. Driving to his right. Picked up by Randall. Now right to left through the lane. Throws it up with the left hand. No good, but my goodness, Elsie right there. Showing off the handles and the ability to finish with that left hand. Able to split the defense right there. And he'll go to the line and shoot a pair for his troubles at the very least. First one is knocked down. Get a running clock here in these tournament-style games here until we get to the final 2 minutes of the second and fourth quarters. 2-for-2 trip there for Elsie. Dallas Heat basketball in possession here. And on top, there's a steal. Elsie got the steal, and then that is his trunks pulled on there a little bit by Andre Thomas, going back the other direction. And Johnny Thomas able to escape, get inside in a two-hand dunk. And now we got a foul on Elsie. Reached around the back there and got Andre Thomas as he crossed the timeline, got it into the front court. Dallas Heat in possession with the lead. Thomas drives, tries to dump it off inside. Lost the ball. Elsie comes away with it. Looking for some help, able to get away and finds Joshua Washington. He'll push it all the way up ahead with a right hand, lays it up underneath leaves it for Johnny Thomas rather, who gets the bucket, but a foul before the pass was made. So a side out of bounds on the far side. On the inbounds, we got a three, and that one, I missed everything but the glass. A little bit of breeze. Roderick Robinson that time. Thomas with the basketball for the Heat. Over in the right corner now, trying to spin away from his defender. Picking up his dribble, gets it back up to Thomas here on the right wing. Just beyond the right wing, rather. Picked up by Els. He drives to his left. Thomas kicks it out just inside the arc. A high arcing jump shot there for Jerry Thompson. Doesn't get it to go, and the Rebels with the rebound go the other direction. Right to left, getting a screen. Now a pass deflected and picked up. 2-on-1 the other direction. Thomas goes all the way and in with the right hand, lays it up and in. Andre Thomas with the finish that time. Rebels basketball into the front court. LZ gets a screen to his right. Drives that direction. Tried to dump it off inside to Thomas. Had it knocked away. Thomas able to recover, and he's fouled. (27-20), the Rebels trailing by 7 here in possession. Mark Matthews with the basketball, picked up by Andre Thomas over on the left side now. We get a timeout here taken by Baton Rouge. Timeout on the floor, 27-20. Dallas Heat on top here. You're watching and listening to this presentation of Players Revolution Sports Eplay. Players Rev Media. This is 7-point advantage here for the Dallas Heat, 27-20 over the Baton Rouge Rebels. Baton Rouge in possession, again shooting to the basket at our broadcast left. There's a quick three, left a little bit short. And the rebound on the offside is taken by the Dallas Heat, and we go the other direction. Andre Thomas into the front court, splits the jump circle. Picks up his dribble, now throws it over here on the right side of the floor, and it knocked away, but gathered in by a teammate. Now Dallas Heat trying to call a timeout, and they're able to get one. So a scramble right there and some confusion. Andre Thomas not able to get on the same page and almost ran into our camera, perhaps causing the timeout to be called in frustration that there's a camera here. X-Line Recreation Center in Dallas, Texas for some November basketball. So out of the timeout, it'll be Dallas Heat basketball, though inbound over here on the near sideline, just in front of us. On top here by 7, 27-20. As we approach intermission here in game number 1. Thomas, it's the inbound pass just in front of us. He's picked up behind the back, escape dribble, gets a screen, now swings it over on the left side of the floor, and we've got a 3-second violation on the Baton Rouge Rebels, so defensive 3-second violation. And Darren Randall will step to the charity stripe for the Tech. Back rim, no good. And no harm, no foul on the Tech. Heat remain in possession and remain in the lead by 7, 27-20. In the left corner, looking for some help, finds it. Randall ends up with it here just beyond that left wing. He'll pull up a deep three, well beyond the left wing. That's his second triple of the afternoon. Darren Randall has given the Heat a 10-point advantage, 30-20. Driving inside, a right-hand floater left a little bit short. Johnny Thomas almost had it with a right hand, but it ends up into the hands of the Heat. They go the other direction. There's a three from the left corner, no good, in and out. A Sean Marion-esque jump shot right there by Joel Calloway. Grabs it from the hip and then kind of slingshots it towards the basket. Left to right through the paint that time. Johnny Thomas is fouled. He'll go to the line for a pair. As the Rebels here trying to fight their way back into this one. They've had plenty of good looks, have Baton Rouge, just unable to get anything going really offensively. But again, have had some good shots, just hadn't got him to fall. Thomas' first foul shot up and good. Harvey Stevens checks into the game as Thomas knocks down both foul shots, 2 for 2 trip. And it's 30-22, Dallas Heat on top. Andre Thomas picked up, now drives to his left, goes all the way to the basket, tries to lay it up and in, a little bit too strong, and with the offhand rebound, Joel Calloway with a right-hand tip in is good. 32-22, back to a 10-point advantage for the Heat. Dumped off inside, Johnny Thomas with a good catch. And a good look from Deontay Delaney. As Baton Rouge comes right back to knock this deficit down to 8. Randall into the front court, picked up by Thomas. Tries to cross him over, and that ball is picked up along the sideline, and a turnover by the Heat. Randall looking to go one-on-one that time. Lost the basketball. It was gathered in on the far side by Jerry Thompson. But he picked up the basketball along the sideline. 4th turnover of the game here for the Dallas Heat. A drive, getting all the way to the cup, reversing, and a little bit too strong. There you go. Johnny Thomas with the offensive rebound. The putback, no good. We had 2 point-blank chances that time, did the Rebels, and there's a 4-point swing, is right back the other direction. Goes Cameron Barnes, and he gets the lay-in to rattle home. 34-24, Rebels in possession, trailing by 10, and another turnover. Almost trying to give it right back was Dallas. Cross-court pass here to Randall. He'll fire another long-distance triple. This one from the right side, and too strong, no good. Cameron Barnes ends up with it. Boy, a lot of offensive rebounding opportunities as the Rebels seem disinterested that trip in gathering any boards on the defensive side. 3 looks that trip for the Dallas Heat. Well, I guess Preston Smith is number 11. Called him Joe Calloway because his jersey was 11. He's wearing jersey 11. It says Smith on the back of it. What kind of operation is Mason running? Splits the foul shots, and Baton Rouge with the basketball, trailing here by 9 into the front court. Have it. Now, making his move through the paint that time, Harvey Stevens goes left to right, a little bit too strong with the right-handed attempt. Now Randall has it, thought about the 3. Straight up top they go, and there's a 3 for Smith. Preston Smith with the shot that he left a little bit short. Back the other direction. That ball comes off the rim. Up ahead, Cameron Barnes fires at the buzzer. Missed the shot, but will go to intermission. And the Dallas Heat on top by a dozen, 36-24. Game 1 of a 4-game November tournament here on Eplay Basketball. Production of Players Revolution Sports. Second half is around the corner. Stay tuned. 36-24 as we get back to action. Third quarter underway. Cameron Barnes with a basketball for Dallas Heat. They're on top here by a dozen. They'll go cross court, finds Randall, and his shot wedges in between the backboard and the rim. It'll be a jump ball. Dallas Heat will retain possession after the jump ball. On top here by a dozen, again 36-24. Cameron Barnes stops, he'll fire a jump shot from that right elbow, a little bit too strong, no good. And Elsie, they'll bring it the other direction for the Rebels. Pass inside, stolen away by Cameron Barnes, and he has it knocked away from behind, but he's fouled. Dallas Heat basketball inbound to Thomas. On the right side of the floor, spins away from his defender. Now backs it out. Drives along that baseline, throws it into the foot, or into the feet rather, of Joshua Washington. Randall has it now. Again, Dallas Heat, by the way, shooting the basket. Our broadcast left here in the second half. Randall, little dribble handoff at the top of the arc. And we got another 3-second violation on the Baton Rouge Rebels. As Barnes knocks down the foul shot. And Alita Baker's dozen now for the Dallas Heat, 37-24. Randall has it on the right side, jab, step, turns over that left shoulder and missed everything, but offensive rebound on the offside is gathered in by Callaway. And I'll say he pushed off to get position that time, and loose ball foul. Baton Rouge with the basketball. They'll shoot to the basket at our broadcast right here this half. Across the timeline with it. There's a jump shot just inside the arc along the top of the key. And it's knocked home by Derek Davila. Cameron Barnes tries to answer back with a three from the right wing. Almost got the iron to be kind to him, but it rolls off. And the other direction, Elsie leaves it. There's a three from the left wing. A little bit too strong that time for Mark Matthews. Now Mason Brawley tries to fire a three from the left wing, and he missed everything. Goes out of bounds along the baseline. Elsie up top now, and a three straight away is missed by Joshua Washington. Left it short. Cameron Barnes ends up with it here for the Dallas Heat. He crossed his man over, gets around him, gets inside, and a little right-hand finger roll is good. Cameron Barnes having a nice afternoon. Boy, we saw him over at the Mo Williams Academy this past summer. He was our player of the game, as the Dallas Heat had a comeback win where they ended up winning, going away against the, I believe, the Dallas Sharks. They're at the Mo Williams Academy. There's it's a two, rather, just inside the arc there, knocked home by Elsie. Dallas Heat into the front court. Caldwell has it. Double team comes, so he'll drive along that baseline and goes reverse side and lays it up and in. Adrian Caldwell with a good-looking move right there. The lead back to 13, the largest of the game, equaling the largest of the game for the Dallas Heat. 41-28, Baton Rouge with the basketball. Swinging around now on that left wing. Elsie Drives around his man, goes in with a right hand on the left side of the lane, and gets the finish. 41-30. Cameron Barnes with the basketball, and has the ball stolen away. Boy, a nice job saving that basketball inbounds. A drive and a kick Elsie has in the left corner. They'll kick it all the way around and ends up in the right corner this time. That shot a little too strong, no good. Boy, no, wasted opportunity right there by the Baton Rouge Rebels. They had a good look at it. Going back the other direction, had a chance to get some points that trip, unable to do so. The lead's 11 here for the Dallas Heat. 41-30.
No.
Heat in possession, on top here by 11, 41-30. Brawley with the basketball. Kicks it over to Cameron Barnes. He'll drive left baseline, and boy, does a really good job hanging in the air, avoiding contact and using those big, strong hands to softly lay it up and in. Cameron Barnes with a nice afternoon. 43-30. He'll get the steal. He'll go the other direction. Little 2-on-2 game. Finds Caldwell, does Granville. And Adrian Caldwell lays it up and in. We got a 15-point lead now, 45-30. The largest of the game here for the Dallas Heat. Baton Rouge with the basketball. Mark Matthews splits the jump circle, still in possession. His cross-court pass stolen away by Cameron Barnes. He'll leak out up ahead and lay it up and in with a right-hand finger roll. 17-point lead. As Cameron Barnes is having himself a hell of an afternoon. Heck of an afternoon, rather. 47-30, and that miss there. Brawley goes the other direction here for the Heat. He'll stop at the top of the arc, fires it a little bit off to the left. Cameron Barnes with the offensive rebound, though. He'll get out of trouble and bring it over on that right corner. Thought about just pulling up, but he lost the basketball, and the Rebels go the other direction. No numbers, 2-on-3, but a nice finish. Number 7, Joshua Washington. Able to split the defenders and get all the way to the cup and finish with the left hand. 47-32 is our score. Mason Brawley with the basketball for the Heat into the front court. Boy, he loses the basketball, trying to pass it out. Now a chance here for Elsie and the Rebels. He left the three a little bit short. Gets his own rebound and then finds Washington on the offside. 4 straight for Washington and the Rebels, and it's back down to a baker's dozen. The lead for the Dallas Heat, 47-34. And now another steal here. Full court pressure, and that ball is into the hands of Caldwell, who got it right back for the Dallas Heat. He'll drive, gets across the timeline, and he's fouled by Aaron Hall. 47-34, timeout on the floor. 13-point lead for the Dallas Heat. Thirteen-point lead here out of the timeout for the Dallas Heat, and they'll lose the basketball. The Rebels trying to come back here. Trailing by 13, and there's a drive A little bit out of control that time. He loses the basketball and the shot does Aaron Hall. We go the other direction. Nice find underneath. Caldwell with a head fake. Left it short off the rim.
Tell them.
So I think they're calling goaltending, basket interference on the Rebels, as they trail now 49-34. We'll get some clarification on that momentarily. There's a shot, though. On the right side of the floor, was in and out by Andre Thomas. And a drive and a finish. Yeah, it was 49-34 on the basket interference, by the way, but a drive and a finish right there by Broderick Robinson. Granville back the other direction. And from the left block, just in front of that hash mark. Knocks down the jumper. 51-36 now. 15-point advantage here for the Heat, equaling their largest of the game. Long two, left short. Thomas with the rebound, 2-on-2, has it knocked away from behind. Dallas Heat in possession of the basketball on top here, 51-36. A fadeaway jump shot that time for Teron Granville. Left a little bit short. Baton Rouge with the rebound, go the other direction. Robinson, right to left through the lane. And a block. Is the call, boy. That's a tough one. Bang, bang play right there. They're going to say Caldwell might have moved or wasn't there long enough, but looked like he was camped out for quite a while. He might have been in that restricted area. Nonetheless, it is a blocking violation. 2 shots upcoming for Broderick Robinson.
Maybe we can put an auto refresh within each live game or something.
I wasn't sure if there was a technical foul called there or just they let him shoot the 2 foul shots without anybody along the lane. Scores 51-37. Baton Rouge with the basketball. Nice spin move inside and left the layup a little bit short. Rolls off the Left side of the rim, Mason Brawley tracks it down and gets it to Adrian Caldwell. Caldwell, 22 points this afternoon. He leads all scores. Throws that one up towards the rim. Matter of fact, that's Teron Granville who made that drive. Had it knocked away. (51-37), 14-point advantage for the Dallas Heat. Trying to get back into it. This three would help big time, and it rattles home. That's big Harvey Stevens knocking it down for Baton Rouge. They'll turn around along that right baseline. A little bit too strong, no good. 11-point advantage here for the Dallas Heat. Just inside the arc this time from the right side of the floor, no good. Johnny Thomas, offensive rebound on the left side, gets it in. And this thing's down under 10 now. (51-42) is our score. 9-point advantage here for the Dallas Heat, but they've led by as many as 15, and I've seen this thing slowly kind of get pulled away from them a little bit. Baton Rouge come a long way to compete in this tournament. Teron Granville with a basketball on that left wing, top that left wing. Dumps it off inside. Nice little move to escape from the defender. And it's back to an 11-point advantage here for the Dallas Heat, 53-42. High arcing jump shot right there for Baton Rouge as they go right back at you. Trying to set up a run here to that fourth quarter. Aaron Hall knocked that one down. Back the other direction. Granville's pass up top looking for Caldwell. That's a clear path. That should be a clear path to the basket foul. Awfully close to a clear path to the basket foul. A little bit of confusion as to what the call was exactly, and they're going to give him a clear path foul. That's 2 shots in a basketball. And he'll rattle home the foul shot, does Davilar. So it's 1 shot in the basketball, but nonetheless, it's an opportunity here for Baton Rouge to really kind of grab some momentum as we inch closer to that fourth quarter. Traveling violation. Mark Matthews picked up the dribble and kind of slid that pivot foot just enough to turn the basketball over to the Dallas Heat. 9-point lead here for the Heat, 53-44. And they'll turn the basketball over. Going too quickly this time, or that time rather, with Dallas, and gave it up. Right back at you. There you go. It's a 4-point swing as Davilar knocks down the jumper, and this is the closest that the Rebels have been since about midway through the second quarter. They've trailed by as many as 15. They trail by 7 now. Raleigh with the basketball, trying to run a little bit of clock here. Not go too quickly. Thomas drives to his right, goes all the way to the cup, and that's an offensive foul. And that's the right call. Well outside of the restricted area and planted for forever was Aaron Hall. And Andre Thomas just ran right into him. (53-46), 7-point lead here. for the Dallas Heat. Baton Rouge with the basketball. Johnny Thomas kicks it out. There's a right wing three, and it's a little bit too strong. No good. Dallas Heat with the rebound on the offside. Adrian Caldwell with the basketball, brings it across the timeline just in front of us. To the left of the jump circle, now left to right through the jump circle. Deron Granville now, just to the right is straight away above the arc. Caldwell now drives to his left. He'll kick it out in the corner. Thought about the three, did Thomas. Gets it right back to Caldwell. He'll spin inside, and they're going to get him for a traveling violation. That's close. Caldwell didn't argue too much. I think he had started to kind of make his spin move with a foot and a half before he ever put the basketball down, and that's illegal. So the deficit remains 7 here for the Baton Rouge Rebels. They've had a chance 2 trips in a row to try and knock this thing down closer beyond that 7-point mark. And now we got another traveling violation. This time it goes the other direction as the Rebels give it right back. Nobody wants to keep the basketball right now. You can build your credit with Credit Sesame. Dallas Heat with the basketball. It's Granville rather. Off to Cameron Barnes. He'll fire a three. Look good from this angle, but a little bit too strong. Back rimmed it, and the Rebels with another opportunity here, trailing by 7. With the basketball, Elsie pulls up at the foul line. In and out, no good. Deron Granville into the front court. Over to Thomas on the right side. Double team comes, loses the basketball, and there's Elsie. He'll go all the way up and in, lays it up and in with a left hand. He was left all alone. 5-point game now as Dallas has seen their once 15-point advantage whittled down to a 2-possession game. Clock stops twice in this game, or can be stopped within 2 instances throughout this game. Final 2 minutes of the second quarter and the fourth quarter as Cameron Barnes traveled. It's the right call. He was trying to make his move going right to left. Rebels basketball into the front court here, trailing by 5. 53-48. Elsie swings it left side, just inside the arc, in and out, no good, but an offensive rebound is chased down. Elsie drives, kicks. Thought about the three along the right side of the floor, gets it back to Elsie along the elbow, now backs it out. Picked up by Barnes. Elsie gets the screen to his right, drives that way, now goes back to his left, gets his man in the air, kicks it out on the right side of the floor. A drive and a kick. Thought about the three straight away, no good, or no shot rather, and ends up on the left side of the floor. Everything was perimeter that time for the Rebels. They had opportunities to try and get good looks towards the basket, just couldn't get the ball down close enough to attempt one. Adrian Caldwell has it just in front of us across the timeline into the front court for the Heat. On top here, 53-48. He'll drive to his right, gets a screen, goes all the way in, throws it up with a left hand, no good, but he's fouled, and he's going to go to the line for a pair. (53-48), 5-point lead again for the Heat. Adrian Caldwell steps to the foul line. His first shot is up and good. Caldwell with 23 points now this afternoon. And by the way, according to our stats here on Eplay, Caldwell's 9 for 9 from the floor. But he split those foul shots. 1 of 2 that trip. Now Barnes gets the steal and almost had it, knocked it out of bounds. It'll stay. He pulled it away from Johnny Thomas of the Rebels. That missed foul shot, by the way, keeps this a 6-point game, a 2-possession game. And now, defensive rebound here. Cameron Barnes finds Adrian Caldwell. He rose for that right-handed flush. Back rimmed it all the way into the backcourt, but it's chased down by the Heat. Caldwell lost that basketball going up, it seemed, and now he makes his move right to left through the paint, and he's fouled. Reaching in that time and getting him was Aaron Hall. Adrian Caldwell with 23 points, a game-high 23, goes back to the charity stripe. Well, that'll stop his perfect afternoon in terms of his shooting percentage. He's now 9 of 10 in this game for 23 points. 1 of 2 at the foul line. Knocks down the first one here, this trip. And 24 points now for Adrian Caldwell. And make it 25 now. Caldwell 2 for 2 that trip. Back to an 8-point advantage here, and there's a transition 3 that's a little bit too strong from that right wing for the Rebels. No good. And Dallas Heat the other direction. This thing got down to 5 points. The Rebels had chipped this thing all the way down to a 5-point Dallas Heat advantage. The second half feels a lot longer than the first one, by the way. Randall with a basketball on the inbounds pass. He'll drive, and he's fouled by Johnny Thomas. Randall a little too strong on that first foul shot, back rimmed it. And he splits the foul shots, getting the second one to go. 9-point lead here for the Heat, 57-48. And now it's 57-50. As Mark Matthews gets that one to go home. Cameron Barnes here to inbound, 57-50. It's a 7-point advantage here for Dallas. Stepping along the sideline. Granville not happy, felt like he was pushed out of bounds. There's a 3 that's no good. Cameron Barnes has it for Dallas. He escapes the defender in the backcourt and gets it into the front court. Cross court now to Granville just in front of us. Granville crosses his man over and double team on its way. Swings it up top. They'll swing it over in the corner. Cameron Barnes, a 3. That one, he was trying to kick it off the glass. A little kiss a la Tim Duncan. But Cameron Barnes, no Tim Duncan. Randall the other direction, and basket is no good. No good, but the Dallas Heat in heat number 1 get the victory, 57-50. over the Baton Rouge Rebels. Game 2 just around the corner. Stay tuned.